I'm terrible for burying my head in the sand. Yeah. And everyone, Matt, you know that for a fact. I do. And everybody that knows me knows that I don't deal with my problems. I do deal with my problems in a certain way. Yeah. But I do have a tendency to ignore the reality of what's going on. Yeah. And just plow on through. Yeah. You know, we're just gonna. Yeah. You know. I've got a friend of mine who says it's better to go 100 miles an hour in the wrong direction than it is to stand still. And do you know what? He has really used that to his that has created huge success for him, because it's almost a fearlessness that he's got.
Yeah, not everybody has that.
No, and it's a great, it's a good attribute. Is it the best attribute? Because you can cause a lot of pandemonium and damage if you're
doing 100 miles in the wrong direction. Yeah, on a motorway.
Yeah, yes, exactly. Yeah, that's definitely not going to be a great thing.
I mean, I'm kind of I'm interested, not interested, but it's obvious, isn't it, that we all need time to think, and there's lots of benefits in having the ability to do that and the chance to do that. Yeah. It's just how you create that, isn't it? And you can do. Yeah, do you do that, Matt? What? I mean, do you take time out to ruminate or think about things, or is that something that...
No, I try not to think as much as possible.
Okay.
So I think too much.
You do think too much.
So I'm always at 0 miles an hour, so it's I'd like to have some speed or some reverse.
You'd like to?
Yeah, but I don't have any. I'm too lazy.
But you said you
I think too much. I think too much at 0 miles an hour.
Yeah.
So you're standing still thinking?
Yeah, all the time.
As opposed to my friend who is
As opposed
not
to going 100 miles.
But you are thinking.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
And
I don't like it though.
Do you worry about what you're thinking about?
Oh yeah. It's just everything, all the time. It's bloody awful.
How worried are you about things?
All the time, every time. Don't show it, but I'm always worried.
Okay. So
got a little bit there.
Yeah.
Well,
there we go.
What kind of things?
Just everything, you name it. I think about everything all the time. The only time when I'm not thinking about something is when I'm asleep. It's why when we're at work, I have to put my headphones on because I'll think too much.
Do you have?
And it's trying to distract me from whatever I'll be thinking about.
And our job,
and you've got about. I'm going to finish the sentence for you. You've got about a minimum 6 hours a day where it's muscle memory. You know exactly what you're doing, and you don't have to think about what you're doing. So it frees up your brain for everything else.
Right.
And it's really useless for me.
We can have time.
So it's very bad for me. So I need problem solving and stuff. So I'd much rather have, as you probably know, a job where I'm constantly solving all the issues, because then it would give me a rest from thinking about me.
Yeah,
which I don't want to do.
Cheerful. No, but I am interested in that because do you have random thoughts?
It can be completely random on something I need to think about, look up, or whatever. And then I'm the worst person to talk to, as my lovely fiance will say. Because if I'm on my phone, I can't hear her. Or at least I don't hear 90% of what she's just said. And she's annoyed that she's had to repeat, because I'm focused on the thing that's literally in front of me.
There will be many an occasion.
And you'll do that.
In the van when Matt will be on TikTok and I'll be driving along and I'll just say, "Oh, did you see that thing on the news last night about Gaza?"
And it's stone silence for a while.
Because he's not.
Because I'm not plugged in.
And I'll just go, "Yes, Andy, I saw that thing about Gaza."
As soon as I'm focused, my bubble goes up and nothing's getting in.
But you said you didn't do anything with social media and stuff, so why are you doing TikTok?
Well, no, that's just the only one I'd usually do, but I don't post anything on there. I just usually flick through it. Okay. It's when I'm run out of things to say in the van.
TikTok's slightly different in the sense of
I don't have to. But I don't have to interact with anybody on it.
But
it's just me watching everybody else.
You talk about your thoughts, and you're always thinking about things and stuff. Do you use TikTok to distract you from what you were thinking about?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But that's why I like my games and stuff, because then I can focus entirely on them, problem solve all them, and see.
So are these thoughts that you're having, are they serious thoughts? Are they?
Oh, they can be from minuscule to the most serious stuff in the world.
Okay.
So it is, because I was just about to ask that question.
Random.
Are you worried about, because I mean, were we talking? Are you worried about,
I'm worried about everything.
So
all the time.
You're as equally worried that Israel could invade Iran and cause nuclear war as you are.
Oh no, I'm not really worried about that. That's going to happen.
Right. So the big things you're not worried about.
Well, it's more the stuff that I can affect. Because if I can't affect it, I'm less worried.
Right. Okay. So I think we're getting to the bottom of that.
So I kind of have I do think about elections and stuff, because even though I do have a small hand in it, I do have a small hand in it, and therefore I'm affected.
So you think about things.
So yeah, stuff like that. But if it's outside the sphere of what I can touch on,
yeah,
I don't tend to worry about it, because I can't change it whatever happens.
Right.
So whatever happens in Gaza will just be the thing that happens in Gaza.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Or all around the world.
Yeah.
It will just be what happens. I now don't have any influence on Keir Starmer's decision over the budget, which I'm thinking about recently, and how much he's going to increase or problemise taxes for everybody.
Yeah.
Because you're not worried about that now?
Well, no, I'm worried about that because it will definitely affect me.
Yeah.
Directly affect me.
So would nuclear war.
Well, no, it'll be dead too long for me to notice.
Okay, so you're not worried about
Well, I would be, wouldn't I? Nuclear war happens, we're all dead before we even notice.
You're not worried about the extremes.
Do you know what I mean? We hear an alarm and then 4 minutes later, it's it.
That's true. I mean, you can hide under a table.
Well, no, yeah, you're not going to live in it. You're not going to live under that table.
So,
do you know what I mean? You can. So it's those things, but I can worry about those, because then I've got to make decisions based on those results.
So yeah. So okay. So in the sense of you're worried if they make an announcement next week that could affect house prices or gas and electricity prices and stuff like that.
Because that will affect me.
Yeah. Okay.
If it can directly affect me, then it will probably worry me.
Okay.
What about personal things?
Yeah. What about
other than? I mean, do you think about when you say you're constantly thinking about things, personal things, your current lifestyle or relationships or?
Well, no, I'm worried about money as always, because money's always worried. But I like money.
Yeah, we know. But what about relationships? Not necessarily Beyonce relationships, but relationships with friends, family, work colleagues, things like that. Do you worry about that?
Nah, they are what they are.
Health?
Nah. If I'm doomed to get something, I'm doomed to get something. I can't really affect my health in the same way. You can, a runner can drop dead at 20, a smoker can live till 80.
That is true.
And no matter how much kale you eat, no matter how far you run on the treadmill, you're still going to die.
So you're not.
That's quite a pessimistic argument, but it's still quite true. You can try and prolong it for as long as you want, you're still going to die.
But do you think, in the sense of
so you might as well just enjoy some other things. There's some people who spend 10 hours at the gym, not enjoying themselves, thinking it will give them 10 years. You probably used up that 10 years on the gym.
Yeah, but some people go to the gym not because they wish to extend their life, not because they wish to necessarily be
healthy, they go to feel better.
Feel better, yeah.
So that day.
On that day.
Yes.
So yeah, in that sense, it does work for them. But if people are trying to do stuff to extend their life, then they're just...
So on the topic
that's wasted time.
On the topic of gym, how are you? Because I know that you are occasionally going to the gym now.
It doesn't make me feel better.
Okay.
I've done all my exercise. I want to go home from work.
You don't feel that it gives you anything other than, just the fitness stuff? I mean, mentally, does it help you?
No.
Maybe sleep better?
No.
Or,
just I've sweated a lot more.
There's exercise gives you dopamine rush and stuff.
I've already had my dopamine rush from all across the day.
Well,
it's spread so thin.
See, I've always said to Matthew that although we have a physical job, I enjoy a swim. I do enjoy a swim. And okay, I'll stay on the swimming thing, and I'll stay on the going to the gym thing. I do understand what Matt's saying about being tired, because we have a physically demanding job. When you come home, it is difficult to think, right, I now need to expend that energy. If I've been sat in an office all day, then it's going to be a lot easier for me to go and, do some weights or go for a swing, whatever. So I understand where Matt's coming from in that. But what I always say to Matt is that it is a different kind of...
It's not.
It is.
Not to me.
See, because it's
the same thing.
I've invited him for a walk on many an occasion.
God, I can't think of anything worse.
Because he walks all day.
I walk all day.
But I see walking up and down behind a lawnmower in somebody's back garden.
Yeah,
it's completely different as going out like I do with the dog around the field.
To me, it's the same thing. It's exactly the same thing. It's just this. It's still walking. Walking is walking.
Yeah, but we haven't persuaded Matt yet.
No, it doesn't work.
That it's any different, and he doesn't seem to see any value or benefit in doing something other than what he does on a day-to-day basis.
No, I'm still ridiculously thin. And I eat like a horse. And I eat like a horse, and I never put any weights on. Another thing that a lot of people don't like me for. They don't. It's really annoying.
I think
I can understand why it's so annoying.
I think the gym thing and so on, as I've discovered, is, I have to keep fit anyway because I'm getting on, and I need to maintain what I've got, really.
What's your primary thing? Is it swimming primarily?
No, I go to the gym 3 times a week.
And what are you doing when you're...
I'm doing, the machines basically, and cardiovascular stuff, like the treadmill, the cross trainer, that kind of thing for heart stuff. So I'm not excessive, and I'm not obsessed with what I do there. I'm probably do about an hour and a half in total, 3 times a week, and I've put it into a routine, so nothing will change it.
I think that is vitally important.
Yeah. Any appointments or anything, anybody wants to come and visit, fine. But after I finish doing that, so it's in there and it doesn't change.
Yeah.
And then in between, I probably go for walks. I've just started doing some online Pilates, which I find quite good, actually. It's different from what I'm doing at the gym.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of working on things elsewhere, and I'm getting to understand the whole thing about alignment and all that kind of stuff. So that's quite good.
I'd quite like to have a go at yoga.
Yeah, but just finishing on what I'm saying. No, just more. No. What I was going to say was that for me, it is the routine. It is, having the same thing to do, and because it's in there, I don't have to think about it, right? And I work things around it. But what I've discovered that it helps me mentally so much.
Mm-hmm. And I think what I would like to say on the routine and the mental side of it, before COVID, me, my dad, and 2 friends, we used to go on a Monday night every single night. It wasn't a Monday night, sorry, it was a Thursday night. We used to go every Thursday night to play badminton. And we're not very good at badminton, it was just a lap, and we'd have an hour. But we would always do it without fail. And you'd get home from work, because I appreciate what Matt's saying about, having a physical job and getting home and trying to do something physical. The mentality of that is very difficult.
No, but to me that'd be better because that's a game.
There you go.
And therefore it can be fun.
Why don't we try and do something like that?
I need to do some tennis. That's what I need to do.
I'm not very good at tennis.
Well, no, nor am I-ish. But then again,
Well, maybe me and you could go and do badminton.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think even if you do what you do every day and it's it's part of your job, I think to have something else that is different from that is kind of, I think it's very important.
Yeah, I do.
Sport, yes. I don't think gym.
Okay, well, on sport, we collectively have been extended an invitation. And it's not quite yet. It's going to be next summer but we have been invited to join, by my dad, a walking football tournament.
Oh.
If we would be interested in doing that. Because, so my dad and somebody he works with and the occupational health people that he works with are looking at doing something to raise awareness for prostate cancer. Yeah. And so they're looking at having a charity tournament over next summer of walking football.
Yeah, I'd be up for that.
I think I'd get a red card because I wouldn't walk.
No, I didn't realise you're allowed to run off the ball. You are allowed to run when you've not got the ball.
Oh, okay.
So when you've got the ball, you have to then walk.
No, I still can't do that. I need to run with it.
No, well, you've got such long strides. So
exactly.
You'll be very quick anyway.
Yeah, you'll be fine, won't you? You'll be fine.
What, my walking?
Yeah, because you'll still be faster than everybody else, even if you are walking.
Yeah, but then it just makes it look a bit mean.
But something like that, I mean, I know that's a long way off, but it's in the tentative stage.
No, I'd that. Yeah,
he's retiring now. He's made that decision to retire, and he's looking at trying to have something that fills his time. So to organising something like that is something that he wants to do, and so I think we could, it'd be something nice that we could do of an evening, just one evening a week, whatever, over the summer. It'd only be over like 6 weeks or whatever, and be nice to get out and do something a bit different.
Convince me nearer the time.
Okay, I'll convince you nearer the time.
Yeah.
No, because when it's sport, I'm trying to do my best, and that's just bred into me. I don't know. Who knows where that comes from? But so I need to go full pelt all the time when I'm at sport. I don't mind if I lose. I just want to be at full pelt. Mm. But because then I feel better about it. Because if I'm not giving it an all, I shouldn't be doing it.
Okay.
But that's why I don't like. That's why I don't like playing. That's why I don't like playing people who are usually worse at me at stuff. Because then,
I always refer to Matt as being black and white.
Yeah,
definitely.
No, but I don't.
Definitely, it's either one or the other.
Just save time by making your decisions early. That's usually my thing.
No, there's nothing wrong with that. I think
sometimes being black and white can be helpful, can't it?
I think it is.
Yeah.
Because I tend to overthink. Things a lot,
Well, no, that's the point. No, but that's the point. I've overthought to such an extent on certain topics that I know where I come down on, and unless somebody introduces a new piece of information, I probably won't change. So unless there's a new piece of information that completely discolours all of my overthinking, I'll introduce that and then come back to conclusion.
Yeah.
A solid one.
Yeah, brilliant.
There you go.
Fantastic.
Worst ways to be.